I got a yeah, baby. I like it. We're all in the mood for dessert theater. Um, Welcome to 2023 Dessert Theater here at Mira Crista High School. Drama Tech Department puts on this event really for a couple of purposes. One is to raise some money so that we can put a whole bunch of students, about 50 of them, on a bus tomorrow and take them to Fullerton College in Fullerton, California, to compete against about 30 to 40 different schools, regional high schools, that have different theater programs in a number of categories. So Dessert Theater really here, we have this event so that we can help out with transportation, we can help out with school entry fees. So first and foremost, thank you for being here, for contributing to box office cost here, and perhaps getting a brownie or a donut in you, because that's actually helping us out with some very practical things. And the other reason, perhaps even more importantly, is to give the students a chance to put their material forward to an audience that's not just a group of their peers in the classroom. We have a lot of different categories. I'll talk you through them in just a moment. But most of the work that's happening here has been contained during regular hours, either in the theater, in the shop, or in room 1, or various students' homes when it comes to the theater games cut. And this just gets them a chance to get it out there before they're starting to perform in front of judges and other students who will be watching them from different schools. So that's why we're here tonight. It's great to be back. We had Dessert Theater last year, but because of that late COVID surge, the Fullerton Festival went to virtual submissions, and we didn't actually get a chance to get on the bus together and to perform live. And really, one of the greatest things about the Fullerton competition, arts competitions are what they are. We put forward our best work, we strive for excellence, but it's apples and oranges. So what's really great about the event is being there in person, having the energy of all of those different programs, learning from watching what other kids do. There are programs that are as large as ours that come to compete, programs that are magnets, that focus on performing arts. There are private schools, there are public schools. There are some schools where there's a group of 5 or 6 kids who want to put together a drama club, and they have no advisors or means of fundraising. So it's really healthy for us to see all of the different stuff that's out there, to sort of own and feel excited about what we have here and the type of support that our community gives us. So some things to note. There are many different categories of competition. There are scene and monologue competitions. There's a few different categories in those 2 sections alone. Each scene and monologue competition has contemporary, modern, and classical. So there's 3 different time periods that basically stretch from the classical work, takes us all the way through from the earliest days of theater and the Greeks to about the 1800s. Modern covers most of the 20th century material, and contemporary is after 1999. So they've really broken this down into a few different categories for both scenes and for monologues. And then within those, there are also comedic and dramatic divisions as well. So all of the monologue and scene work that you'll see tonight comes from the advanced drama class. They narrowed down the number of entries we could compete with. I was really nervous that we might actually have to do some cuts. But being that every student who performs at Fullerton can only be a part of 1 or 2 different categories, 2 max, we were able to make sure that everybody in advanced drama is involved in something, which is great. There are going to be some kids that you will recognize from shows, from benefits. There'll be some that are performing this type of material for the first time in front of an audience. So it's a great experience from them. We also have a tech category. They call it Tech Olympics at Fullerton. The 2 different teams, the green team and the gold team, Carrie Jordal, Michael Aldup will work with them in advanced tech and select. That has to be a little bit more selective because they can only take forward a certain number of students in those entries. We have a theater games category. That team is pulled from our Comedy Sports High School League team. And there's a musical theater category as well. We pull that from our musical, Mamma Mia. We're opening this spring. come out and see that. You'll see some merchandise. And oftentimes it's really difficult to find a number from the musical that's good for competition and includes the people that we need to be in it. But we found a pretty good fit for Mamma Mia. And this year they also added a category that is acting for the camera. I think that having gone online, they had a whole bunch of virtual submissions, and they're like, hey, in and of itself, there's a medium here that requires a little bit different of a skill set. So we have an acting for film entry as well. Most of the work that you'll see here is just student-driven. There are some that we have professionals come in and work with, the musical theater cut, to name one of them. But at least the monologue and the scene work is mostly student-selected and driven. I have my eyeballs on some of it, but really proud of what the students are able to do over the course of the last month to bring these pieces together. So, there's not much more to say. Other than that, Fullerton's a 2-day festival. Everybody performs once tomorrow. We come back Saturday. Everybody will perform a second time in front of a different set of judges. Right around 3 p.m. on Saturday, they put together a finals list. If any of the entries and any of the categories makes finals, they perform a third time. And then at the end of Saturday, around 6 o'clock, there's a big award ceremony, and we see how we did. So we'll have some updates probably on our website at the very latest at the beginning of next week. Okay, last thing to note. If you've been to a benefit, one of our benefits here, a holiday or the AIDS benefit that we do in February, we throw some production values at those, some lighting cues and so forth. Tonight's designed a little bit differently. Because students are going to be performing in classrooms, broad daylight with all the other people that are competing in those categories sitting in desks, we're trying to emulate the environment a little bit more closely to prepare them. So we have a couple of different light looks. There's no fancy colors. They allow a table and 2 chairs for scenes, only 1 chair for monologues, pretty much nothing else for the other categories. So you'll see each of the entries come out tonight. They're going to give a school code number because that's the first thing they need to say to the judges. They'll tell the title of the piece and the playwright. That's the second thing they need to say to the judges. They'll perform, they'll say thank you, and then they'll walk off stage. So we're throwing minimal production values at them to just get them used to what things will look like. Theater Games looks a little bit different. Musical theater has some music underneath it because that's allowed. Tech Olympics, they have a whole different sort of setup that you'll see once we get to the second act. But that's really what we're aiming for. The other thing is that the rooms are crowded at Fullerton, and we're in a really big space with a great sized house. But if you're sitting all the way in the back, I encourage you to move forward. It's going to be better for the kids to have an audience that's right on top of them, and you'll also be able to hear a little bit better. I think that's it. That's a lot of information. I really appreciate you all being here on behalf of the whole department, and big thanks to the boosters for supporting us and being able to send us off. Nothing much more to say other than enjoy the show.
Excuse me, is this chair taken?
Excuse me?
Is this chair taken?
Oh, yes it is.
Oh, sorry.
Sure thing.
Excuse me, is this chair taken?
No, but I'm expecting somebody very shortly.
Well, would you mind if I sit here until he or she or it comes?
They do seem to be running pretty late.
You never know who you might be passing down, right?
Sorry. Nice try, though.
Sure thing. Is this chair taken?
No, it's not.
Oh, would you mind if I sat here?
Yes, I would.
Oh. Is this chair taken?
No, it's not.
Would you mind if I sit here?
No, go ahead.
Thanks. Great place for reading.
Yes, I like it.
What's the book?
The Sound and the Fury.
Oh, Hemingway. What's the book?
The Sound and the Fury.
Oh, Faulkner.
Have you read it?
No, but I hear it's great. Waiter. What's the book?
The Sound and the Fury.
Oh, Faulkner.
Have you read it?
I'm a Lakers fan myself.
Have you read it?
I did a while back in college, actually.
Oh, where was college?
I went to Dong King Institute of Hair Design.
Where was college?
I never really went to college. I just like to party.
Where was college?
Harvard. I'm Bill, by the way.
Betty.
Hi.
Hi.
So, do you come in here a lot?
Actually, I'm just in town for 2 days from Chile.
Oh, Chile. So, Do you come in here a lot, or
Why are you asking?
just interested?
Are you really interested, or do you just want to pick me up?
No, I'm really interested.
Why would you be interested in whether I come in here a lot?
Just getting acquainted, I
Maybe
guess.
you're only interested for the sake of making small talk long enough to ask me back to your place. Because all you really want to do is stick it in me, which you won't do very well. And then you'll go into the bathroom and pee very loudly, then pad into the kitchen and get yourself a beer from the refrigerator without asking me whether I'd like anything. And then you'll proceed to lie back down beside me and confess you've got a girlfriend named Stephanie who's away at medical school in Belgium. None of which interests me, mister.
Okay. Do you come in here a lot?
Every other day, I think.
Oh, you weren't waiting for somebody when I came in, were you?
Actually, I was.
Boyfriend?
Sort of.
What's a sort of boyfriend?
My husband.
Oh, you weren't waiting for somebody when I came in, were you?
Actually, I was.
Boyfriend?
Sort of.
What's a sort of boyfriend?
We were meeting here to break up.
So you're available? What's a sort of boyfriend?
My lover. Oh, here she comes right now.
You weren't waiting for somebody when I came in, were you?
To tell you the truth, I was headed to the movies after I finished this chapter. Would you like to come along?
That's a very nice offer, but
Uh-huh. Girlfriend?
two, actually. One of them's pregnant, and Stephanie.
Girlfriend?
No, not anymore. Not if you mean that castrating bitch I dumped last night.
Girlfriend?
Sort of.
What's a sort of girlfriend?
My mother. I just ended a relationship, actually.
Oh.
A rather long-standing.
Sorry to hear it.
It's my first night out alone in a long time. I feel a little bit at sea, to tell you the truth.
So you didn't stop to talk to me because you're a Wiccan or you have some weird political affiliation?
No, straight down the ticket Democrat. Straight down the ticket Republican. Can I ask you something about politics? I like to think of myself as a citizen of the universe. I'm unaffiliated.
That's a relief. So am I.
I vote for my beliefs.
Labels are not important.
Labels are not important. Exactly. I believe that a man is who he is. A person is who he is. A person is who they are.
I think so too.
So what if I once had a total body liposuction? So what if I don't have a penis? So what if I once spent a year in the Peace Corps? I was acting on my convictions,
Sure.
you know? You can't just hang a sign on someone.
Absolutely.
You know, I was headed to the movies in a little while.
So
and
was I.
The Woody Allen Festival?
Just up the street?
Do you like the early ones?
Yes. Do you like Brussels sprouts?
No, I think they're disgusting.
They are disgusting.
And do you still believe in marriage in spite of current sentiments against it?
Yes.
And do you want children?
3 of them.
2 girls and a boy.
Harvard, Vassar, and Brown.
And will you love me?
Yes.
And cherish me forever?
Yes.
Waiter!
Tell me what happened.
Dan, don't. Nothing happened.
But he came to the club,
Loads of men came to the club. You came to the club.
so he came to the club, watched you strip, had a little chat, and that was it?
Yes.
You're not trusting me. I'm in love with you, you're safe. If you slept with him, you slept with him. I just want to know.
Why?
Because I want to know everything because I'm insane. Okay, tell me.
Nothing happened. Okay, you were living with someone else.
What are you justifying?
I'm not justifying anything. I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything.
I just want the truth.
I'm telling you the truth.
You and the truth are known strangers. Did you ever give him a present?
No. Where are you going?
Cigarettes.
Everywhere's closed.
I'll go to the terminal. Be back soon. When I get back, please tell me the truth. Why? Because I'm addicted to it. Because without it, we're animals. Trust me. I love you. What?
I don't love you anymore.
Look. Sorry.
No, I've changed the subject. I said I don't love you anymore.
Since when?
Now. Just now. I can't lie and I can't tell you the truth, so it's over.
Alex, don't leave
No,
me.
I've left. I've gone. I don't love you anymore. Goodbye.
Why don't you tell me the truth?
So you can hate me? I slept with Larry. Many times I enjoyed it. I prefer you. Now go.
I knew that. He told me. needed you to tell me.
Why?
Because you might have been lying. I had to hear it from you.
I would have never told you because I know you'd never forgive me.
I would. I have.
Why did he tell you?
Because he's a bastard.
How could he?
Because he wanted this to happen.
But why test me?
Because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. I would have loved you forever. Now please, go.
Don't do this, Alice. Talk to
No,
me.
I'm talking. Piss off!
I'm sorry you misunderstand. I didn't.
Yes, you did!
I love you.
Where?
What?
Show me! Where is this love? I can't see it. I can't touch it. I can't feel it. I can hear it. I can hear some words, but I can't do anything with your easy words.
Listen to me.
No, whatever you say, it's too late.
Please don't.
No,
do
it's
this.
done! No, go! Or I'll call security.
You're not in the strip club. There is no security. Why'd you sleep with him?
I wanted to.
Why?
I desired him.
Why him?
You weren't there.
You're a liar.
So,
Who are you?
I'm no one.
I torture myself. I don't know how to stop it. I try so hard to think positive, and for the most part I do. I am, but keeping myself that way is the hardest thing in the world. It creeps up on me out from the shadows of my mind, and I hate to sound like some cheesy novel, but it's true. I mean, whatever I have going on deep inside myself, I do my best to ignore, and most days everything is fine, but when it hits, when the sudden rush of negative energy comes by, it's like a wave of depression. I get so down about the direction of my life. I mean, am I making the right decisions? Am I being who I'm meant to be? I get low about the things I do, and I second guess my choices after I've already made them, and then sometimes days later I change my mind again, and I go back to an earlier choice I made about the same damn thing. Back and forth and back and forth. It's like a circle of confusion, and I feel like I'm going crazy when this happens, when I can't seem to figure out a solution to my path. It's like a disease in my brain. I get trapped inside myself, and I get lost in this really lonely place until finally I find some inner strength and I rip forward in a new light. But I know that it's only a matter of time before I go back to that way of being. It scares me. I don't want to be that way. I just want to be happy and to know that I'm living my life with purpose. I don't want to have any regrets when I get old and I look back on the life I've lived, because I won't be able to go back, and that would kill me in the end. I may need help. I'm not sure if this is something I should see a doctor about, like a therapist, or... No, I don't believe in medication. Never have. Maybe I'm too emotional and take myself too damn seriously. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? How do I put an end to these phases that I go through?
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason, I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
Ah, what might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is not that strange?
A strangest thing I know not. It were as easy for me to say I love nothing so well as you, but believe me not. And yet I lied not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I'm sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Swear it. Eat it.
Well, I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says that I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that can be devised to it, I protest, I love thee.
Why then, God forgive me.
What offense, sweet
You
Beatrice?
saved me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
And do it with all of thy heart.
I love you with so much in my heart that none is left to protest.
Well, come, bid me do anything for thee.
Here, Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
If you kill me to deny it, farewell.
Well, tarry, sweet Beatrice.
I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you. Nay, I pray you let me go.
Beatrice,
In faith, I will go.
we'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height of a villain that has scorned, slandered my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! What bear her in hand until I come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor, God that I were a man, I would eat his heart in the marketplace!
Hear me, Beatrice.
Talk with a man out a window, a proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
Hero, she is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice.
Princes and counties, surely a princely testimony, a goodly count confect, sweet gallant. Oh, that I were a man for his sake, or that any such friend would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into courtesies, and valor into compliments, and men are turned only into tongue. And trim ones, too. He is now as valiant as Hercules, that tells only a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing, therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Tarry, good Beatrice, by this hand, I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than by swearing it.
Think you in your soul, thee Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as surely as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand, and so I leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go, comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so farewell.
Thank you.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say, we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished to die, to sleep, perchance to dream.
Aye, there's the rub, for in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, pangs of despised love. The laws delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes. Who would fardels bear to grunts and sweats under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death? That undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others we know not of. Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all. And thus, the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprise of great pitch and moment with this regard recurrence turn awry and lose the name of action. Thank you.
I thought we'd have some people over tonight if you're feeling okay.
Feeling fine, Claire. Stop saying that.
You don't have any plans?
No?
I ordered some food, wine, beer.
We're burying Dad this afternoon.
I think it will be all right. Anyone who's been to the funeral and wants to come over for something to eat can. Plus, it's the only time I could see any old Chicago friends. It's a funeral, but we don't have to be completely grim about it. If it's okay with you.
Yes, sure.
How are you?
Okay.
How are you feeling about everything?
About everything.
About Dad?
What about him?
How are you feeling about his death? Are you all right?
Yes, I am.
Honestly?
Yes.
I think in some ways it was the right time, if there ever is a right time. Do you know what you want to do now?
No?
Do you want to go back to school?
I haven't thought about it.
Well, there's a lot to think about. How are you feeling?
What's the point of all these questions?
Katie. Some policemen came by while you were in the shower.
Yeah?
They said they were checking up on things here, seeing how everything was this morning.
That was nice.
Did you call the police?
Yeah,
Why?
because I thought the house was being robbed.
But it wasn't.
No, I changed my mind.
Okay, no. First you call 911 with an emergency, and then you hang up on them?
Well, I didn't actually want them to come.
So why did you call?
Because I was trying to get this guy out of the house.
Who?
One of Dad's students.
Dad hasn't had any students for years.
No, he was Dad's student. Now he's a mathematician.
Why was he in the house in the first place?
Well, he's been coming back to look at Dad's notebooks.
In the middle of the night.
It was late. I was waiting for him to finish, and I thought he was trying to steal them.
Steal the notebooks.
Yes, so I told him to go.
Was he stealing them?
Yes, so I called the police.
What is this man's name?
How? Harold. Harold Dobbs.
The police said that you were the only one here last night.
He left before they got here.
With the notebooks.
He was only stealing one, but he was stealing it so he can give it back to me. So I let him go so he can play with his band on the north side.
Is Harold Dobbs your boyfriend?
No.
Are you sleeping with him?
What? Ugh, no, he's a math geek.
What's the name of his band?
How should I know?
Harold Dobbs didn't tell you the name of his rock band?
No, I don't know. Check the paper. They were playing last night.
Is this Harold Dobbs?
Stop saying Harold Dobbs.
Is this person?
Harold Dobbs exists.
I'm sure he does.
He's a mathematician at the University of Chicago. Call the damn math department.
Don't get upset! I'm just trying to understand. I mean, if I found out some creepy grad student was trying to take some of Dad's papers and you called the police, I'd understand if you were out partying and drinking with your boyfriend. I'd understand. But the two stories don't go together.
That's because you made up the boyfriend story. I was here alone.
Are you sure?
Yes.
The police said that you were abusive. They said you were lucky they didn't haul you in.
These guys were assholes, Claire. They wouldn't leave me alone. They wanted me to
Were
fill
you
a report.
abusive?
One cop kept spitting on me while he talked. It was disgusting.
Did you tell one cop to go screw the other cop's mother?
No.
That's what they said.
Not with that
Did
phrasing.
you strike one of them?
They were trying to come into the house.
Oh my god.
I may have pushed him a little.
They said you were either drunk or disturbed.
They were trying to come in here and search my house.
You called them.
But I didn't actually want them to come. And then they did, and they started acting like they owned the place. Pushing me around, calling me girly, smirking and laughing. These guys were assholes.
These guys seem perfectly nice. They were off duty and they took the trouble to check things up on here with you. They were very polite.
Well, people are nicer to you.
Katie, would you like to come to New York?
Yes, I'll come in January.
You could come sooner. We'd love to have you.
I don't want to.
I think New York would be a really fun and safe place.
I don't need
for
a
you.
safe place, and I don't want to have any fun. I am perfectly fine here.
You look tired. I think you can use some downtime.
Downtime?
Katie, please, you've had a very hard time.
I was fine until you got here.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's the cooking, the cleaning, the crying. It's the talking in your sleep. It's the moose calls that open your ears at 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't take it anymore, Felix. I am cracking up. Everything you do irritates me. And when you're not here, the things I know you're gonna do when you come in irritate me. You leave me little notes on my pillow. I've told you 100 times, I can't stand little notes on my pillow. We're all out of cornflakes. F you. It took me 3 hours to figure out that F you was Felix Unger. It's not your fault, Felix. It's a rotten combination. That's just the frame. The picture, I haven't even painted yet. I've got a typewritten list in my office of the 10 most aggravating things you do that drive me berserk. But last night was a topper. Oh, that was a topper. That was ever-loving Lulu of all times. What's this? A display of temper? I don't think I've seen you really angry since the day I dropped my cigar in your pancake batter. For 6 months, I lived alone in this apartment. All alone in 8 rooms. I was dejected, despondent, disgusted, and then you moved in, my dearest and closest friend. And after 3 weeks of close personal contact, I'm about to have a nervous breakdown. Do me a favor. Move into the kitchen. Live with your pots, your pans, your ladle, your meat thermometer, and when you want to come out, ring a bell. And I will run into the bedroom. I'm asking you nicely, Felix. As a friend, stay out of my way. Or let me get in one shot. You pick it, head, shoulder, or kidneys. There is no use running, Felix. There are only 8 rooms in this apartment, and I know the shortcuts. It's over, Felix. Don't you understand? I don't want to live with you anymore. I want you to pack your bags, tie it up with your saran wrap, and get out of here. Actually, physically, and immediately. I don't care where you go. You can move into the Museum of Natural History. I'm sure you'll be very comfortable there. You can dust around the Egyptian mummies until your heart's content. But I am a human living person. All I want is my freedom. Is it too much to ask for? There. You're all packed. Thank you.
Hello. We are school code 014121696, and we will be performing in the Theater Games Fullerton category. Theater Games, if you do not know, is a competitive team improv category where we are told to prep 7 improv games, and then when we get to the Fullerton Theater category competition room, we will be asked to perform one of those games impromptu. So we do not know which games we'll be performing before we get to the Fullerton category competition. So we are chosen 5 players from the comedy sports team. So these are your best and brightest from the comedy sports team, or just a few of them. And we will be showing one of 3 games from you tonight. So you guys are able to pick one of 3 games, and we are usually judged from the judge, and they will be giving us suggestions. Thank you. They will be giving us suggestions, and they will be reffing our category. But because we don't have a judge here with us tonight, we are using Christopher Halkias as our ref.
Hello, everyone. As Natalie said, the players have been practicing 7 games, and you will choose between 3 games tonight. Those 3 games are New Choice, Forward Reverse, and Genre Replay. So we're going to choose by applause. So when I say applaud for the game that you want to see the most. So applaud now if you want to see New Choice. Applaud if you want to see Forward Reverse. And applaud if you want to see Genre Replay. Alright, I think Genre Replay wins it. So how this game works is you will get a suggestion of an object, and the players will do a 1-minute scene based on that object. You will then get suggestions of 3 genres, and the players will redo that 1-minute scene in the genre that has been suggested by you guys. So for our first suggestion, could I get a suggestion of an object that you use every day? Toothbrush, I like it. So we'll see a 1-minute scene based on toothbrush. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
You may begin.
Oh my god, I'm running late for school. Okay.
Get out of my way, Bethany.
Whoa!
I'm running late.
Tom! No! I need the sink!
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you right now, I need to sing way more than you.
No, Mom said it's my
Mom, you're taking up the entire bathroom right now, and my mouth is full of. Oh, I'm the bus driver right from the car. We gotta go. You're in our bathroom. We gotta get moving, all right? I'm on a tight schedule. I got kids to pick up. I got a job.
Everyone, stack! I'm Lois, Mom!
Bus driver, the whole bus is gonna be late!
Oh, that's my cue. We gotta move. All right. And scene.
Alright, so that was the toothbrush scene, and now what I'm gonna need is some suggestions of some of your guys' favorite movie genres. So shout them out. Horror. Okay. We got horror, some more.
Sci-fi.
Horror, sci-fi.
Comedy.
And musical. Horror, sci-fi, and musical. Alright. Alright, so players, you will now be replaying that scene in the horror genre. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
You may begin.
This haunted house is so scary. Oh, I need the flashlight. Oh gosh.
Hi.
Tommy!
I didn't mean to sneak up on you like that, Bethany. I'm scared of the dark.
Okay. It's okay.
So I'm gonna need the flashlight.
No, you can't have the flashlight. I need the flashlight.
I really need it. I'm so scared.
I'm gonna need that flashlight.
I really need this flashlight. There's only one, and I'm really scared of the dark. No! No! Oh gosh!
Boy, what's going on here? You in my haunted house? Old Man Jenkins.
Old Man Jenkins, all the ghosts are escaping!
I see.
Alright, now we will be seeing that scene in sci-fi genre. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
You may begin.
I see the planet approaching. 'Tis time to invade. Let me take out my binoculars to look.
Get out of the way, Bethany.
No!
I'm really hungry and I need that planet.
No, but there's only one window and I have the binoculars and you don't.
I'm gonna need those.
No!
What happened? Oh!
I need that planet. I'm even hungrier.
Merkel, you don't understand.
From my readings here, shouldn't be any alien life forms here yet. Look at those eyes.
Humanoid eyes.
Humanoid
Humanoid.
My name is Nathaniel York does not expect this type of activity.
Nathaniel York on the ship.
Nathaniel York! Our whole crew of astronauts is late and we're stuck on this alien spaceship! Don't let the hyperdrive!
And scene.
All right, now time for the final 1 minute scene, a musical. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
You may begin.
Tis the morning, and I am waking up to brush my teeth. Brush your teeth, brushing my teeth.
Shoving back. Grabbing the toothpaste. Getting the toothbrush. Brushing my teeth. I'm more important than hey.
Stupid brother.
Little dumb. Oh no. Oh no.
I need to get ready for today.
It's his day.
That performance was all wrong. Vocals terrible. Okay, let me tell you, I saw that and I just wanted to puke. All right, let me get my assistant director.
Director, they sucked.
And scene.
So at Fullerton, Tech basically has our own little segment that's called Tech Olympics. And we compete in teams and we compete in a ton of different events. Some of those events include props, light setup, sound setup, tool ID, tool usage, costume quick change, and knot tying. And there's also some other ones. Today we're going to show you 2 of those events. So first up, the green team is going to show you costume quick change. Basically what costume quick change is that it's a partner duo and one person dresses up in like a crazy layered outfit and they have to run into a little darkly lit booth, and then the other person has to help them change into another crazy layered outfit. This is time based, it's judged on time, so any mistakes will result in a penalty. And we have Sammy and Lenore who are going to demonstrate this, and Sarah Tani timing it.
On your marks, get set, go.
You take those shoes off. Come on, girl.
Suspenders.
Scarf. Come on, scarf it off. Shoes. All of those. Hat. Hat. Yeah. 27 seconds.
Usually that event wouldn't be visible. There would be a huge little black dressing booth here, and there's pretty much no light. There's a little black light at the top. So we just put like a little box here so you can see how tight the space is. So our second event that we're going to show you is team knot tying, and the gold team is going to present that. And basically what team knot tying is that everyone in the team gets one knot to tie. They're all different types. And everyone starts at the same time, and the timer isn't stopped until each person completes their knot successfully. So today we are going to do these knots. We're going to do Carrick Bend, Alpine Butterfly, Bolin, Truckers, and the Sheep Chain.
Hands up. On your marks, get set, go.
Thank you so much, and we hope you'll wish us luck tomorrow.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me? Why, it must be requited. I hear how I am censured. They say I will bear myself proud if I perceive the love come from her. They say too that she'll rather die than give any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they that hear their detractions and can put them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis the truth I can bear them witness, and virtuous, and wise. But for loving me, I, by my troth, it is no addition to her wit, no argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. Now, I may have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, for I have railed against marriage for so long, but doth that appetite not alter? For man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall quips and sentences and paper bullets of the brain awe man of the career of his humor? No. The world must be peopled. You know, when I said I would die a bachelor, I did never think I should live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By my day, she is a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her. Thank you.
You know why I had no address for 3 months? I stole a suit in Kansas City and I was jailed. I stole myself out of every good job since high school and I never got anywhere because you kept blowing me so full of hot air that I could not stand taking orders from anybody. That's whose fault it is. It is goddamn time you knew that. I had to be boss big shot in 2 weeks and I'm through with it. Willie, I ran down 11 flights with a pen in my hand today and I suddenly stopped. You hear me? I was in the middle of that office building. Do you hear me? I stopped in the middle of that building and I saw the sky. I saw the things that I love in this world. The work and food and the time to sit and smoke. I looked at the pen and I said to myself, what the hell am I grabbing this for? Why am I trying to become what I don't want to be when all I know is what I want is out there? The minute I say I know who I am, why can't I say that, Pop? Willie, I'm a dime a dozen. So are you. I am no leader of men, Willie, and neither are you. You are nothing but a hard-working drummer boy who landed in the ash can like all the rest of them. I'm $1 an hour, Willie. I tried 7 different states and I couldn't raise it. I'm $1 an hour. Do you gather my meaning? I'm not bringing home any prizes anymore, and you need to stop wanting me to bring them home. Pop, I'm nothing. I'm nothing, Pop. Can't you understand that? There is no spite in it anymore. I am what I am. So will you let me go for Christ's sake? Will you take that broken dream and burn it before something awful happens? Thank you.
I believe you,
It
Dina.
was
I'm just
bad,
saying.
Shout.
I hear
You're
you, but
not listening.
No,
It was
you're
bad.
not
It was
because
real
I'm
bad,
trying to tell you that I had
historical
a
bad.
pretty bad time.
No, there's no way.
Todd told me he didn't like the way I smelled. Never had.
Todd Dunleavy told you he didn't like
When he
the
picked
way.
me up, I got in his truck. We were backing out of my driveway, and all of a sudden he starts breathing hard, hyper
ventilating.
Ventilating. Yeah, and he stops and he got out of the truck and he says he's sorry, but he couldn't go out with me because he didn't like the way I smelled. Never had.
Never
He
had?
slammed the door on me and left me sitting right there in my driveway in his truck.
Because he didn't like the way you smell.
Yeah.
What? I don't mind the way you smell.
Thanks.
I think you smell pretty great.
Thanks. Anyway, he said he'd come back and pick up his truck tomorrow, and would I please mind rolling the windows down for him to air it out overnight?
What?
Yeah.
Todd has issues.
I know! Anyway, pretty bad, huh?
Yeah, a little sad too.
Yeah. So I'm guessing I'm the big winner tonight, huh? So I get to pick tomorrow, and I pick bowling, we'll go bowling, supper at the Snowmobile Club, couple of beers at the Moose Patty, hang out.
I didn't say you were the big one. Mine's face broke.
What?
Yep, his face broke.
How did his face break?
When we were dancing.
Dancing? Darren LeMans took you dancing?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have expected that from him. Wish someone would take me dancing.
Yeah.
It must have been so fun.
Yeah, kind of until his face broke.
What happened?
Well, we did this thing where you pay for a lesson. They call it together dancing.
Nice, it's fun.
Yeah, and they taught us this move where you throw the girl up and over. And well, Darren was having a hard time picking out the move, how to do it. And it was so easy, and I thought maybe it would help if I showed him how to do it. Once through, we switched, and well, Darren's not a very big guy. I mean, he's a little man.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, he sounds taller on the phone. Yeah, so I threw him up and over, and well, I threw him over and over, and he landed on his face, and it broke. Ocular orbital bone fracture.
Oh.
Had to drive him to the emergency room, and he cried the whole way.
Oh, Dean, I'm sorry. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. So I'm guessing I'm the big winner.
Yeah, no question, no question. That right there might make you the big winner of all time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what do you pick tomorrow?
Bowling, supper at the Snowmobile Club, couple of beers in the Moose Patty, hang out.
Sounds good.
What?
Oh, Dean. I don't know, just sometimes, I don't know why I bother going out. I feel like I'm running out of chances.
Oh, don't say that.
I mean, why do I want to spend my Friday night hanging out with some guy I maybe like when I could spend it hanging out with someone like you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got so sad. All I could think about was how not much in this world makes me feel good lately. And I got really scared, Dean, because there's got to be something that makes you feel good, or at least makes sense in this world, or what's the point, right?
Yeah.
But then I realized there is one thing in this world that makes me feel really good and does make sense, and it's you. It's always been you.
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay, well, I gotta get going. The cats get lonely.
Well, I'm gonna go into the mill early tomorrow, and I bet I'll be done before noon, so I can pick you up lunchtime.
Oh, I don't know, because I have a really busy day tomorrow,
Well,
doing a wet in the hair, makeup. I don't know if I'll be up for anything
I'll be
afterwards.
ready whenever I can come pick you up.
Hey, Shelly, I think we better just wait and see when we both are free, and then let's make a plan, okay?
Well,
I think I'm just gonna head. Okay?
okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, Dina!
Shelly! What the? You okay?
Yeah?
Here.
Thanks.
What just happened?
I just fell.
I know, I saw.
No, I think I just fell in love with you, Dina.
Shelly!
Boy! What happened? I just fell in love
Oh my
with
God,
you.
come on, get up!
No, Dina!
Would you cut that
I
out?
can't help it. It just kind of came over me. I've fallen in love with you, Dina.
Shelly, you're my best friend in the whole world, and I don't quite know what you're saying or what you're doing. I mean, you're my best friend in the whole world, and I love that, but there's a line when you're friends that you can't cross, and you crossed it.
Here in Minnesota, you gotta find a lover before the first freeze, or else it's just too late. You're asking for a very long time, all alone. They don't tell you that when you move here, but it's true. You're asking for all the short days. There are so many short days before the sun comes back and it begins to thaw. Short days and long nights. Long, cold nights all alone. Just the sound of that radiator in your apartment turning on, the knocking and the whispering of steam. Just leftover soup heated up mid-afternoon before the light fades. In fact, you'll make so much borscht that your poop turns red and you think it's blood and you have to have a tube with a camera on it shoved up your ass. On camera in February. And the doctor aims that tube at you and says, "Here we go," and you watch as your looming butt cheeks, docked like the International Space Station, by a tiny camera on a tube, like the space shuttle, right there on TV. It's that kind of cold, Olive. It's the cold of those bulky purple and yellow sweaters you have to put on to take out the garbage so that you're shapeless, like a big purple and yellow potato. Yep, that's you. Just a big plate of starch. You're just purple and yellow and shapeless and starchy, and you've just had a camera up your ass. Unless, of course, you find a lover and hold on to him and make your own steam and knocking and whispering, and you feed each other food from each other's hands. Not soup, no. Solid food. And you drop lines with ice cubes down each other's bodies. No one's cold then. No one's cold. No one's alone. So did you do that, Olive? Did you find someone before it froze? No? Oh, you tried now, didn't you? But you failed. You didn't get a lover. No, you didn't, because he left you. He froze you out. He left you to die. Now that is Minnesota nice, my new little friend. What I just did to you, that's what Minnesota nice feels like in your heart after 5 years, 5 winters. That's all it takes. Unless, of course, you were raised here, which I wasn't. I'm from Kentucky. Thank you.